That's alright. If it comes down to it, I'll open the chest. It's not a big deal. Alright, so pass to the Chameleon. Let's go ahead and activate that thing. It says it's co-op, but I understand it's not mandatory co-op. So I believe the first hole you need is going to be, I believe it's going to be Assault, if I'm not mistaken. I think Scourge is the second one, and Siege is the third, as I recall from the forums. Let me check my memory. I probably should have done that first. Yeah, I'm at 2 gigs already. Let me go ahead and refresh. Alright, so this particular target, this is going to be kind of a tricky one. Alright, you just got to kind of start off fairly well, right? So you need to give yourself as much room as you can. Obviously, I can't go too far left without triggering because I have this cloud over here I got to go through. Over here on the right, let me go ahead and get some of this stuff here. What I want to try to do is just try to give myself as much room to operate as I possibly can. So I plan on going right. I want to kite these guys to the right, but I am going to run out of space. So, but I only need to kill a couple of them, these drones, I think. All right. So I'm just kind of going like a downward motion, then back up, and then down again. So I'm trying to make the best use of my map space here. Yeah, he's not going to shoot at me. You got to get really close to that guy for that scout to shoot you. It's really the drones are the main things you got to worry about. This guy here, you can sort of kind of kite him. You just got to get him pointed in the right direction. As soon as you send enough missiles, you see berserk him. Once you berserk him, he can't actually turn. He can only go straight. And if you're in a Phoenix, you can still outrun him easily. Next, you want to kind of focus on, you got to watch out for these different kinds of turrets. Hopefully a lot of y'all remember. But you have like this one right here, looks like a magma thrower. That one right there actually is like a scatter gun where it drops these little fire pellets all over the water. And you can actually outrun that one. This one right here that looks like a scatter gun, you do not want to get too close to that because it will hurt really, really bad. And then finally the missile has got really long range and very good accuracy. It can be countered with phalanx, but you know, you do want to try to get that one quick because that's the one that's really going to do the most damage. So see if we can get lucky here. I got the flagship, so I'm kind of hoping. There we go. I was going to get a pinch out of it, a pinch missile, which is one of the random launch override features of the flagship, which is the gut spill Phoenix. All right, let's see if we can just here again. We want to try to outrun this guy here a little bit, and I just don't want to get on the fire. There we go. Kill that missile, and good. All right. This big guy up here is called a Hellstar City, is what they call it. On the BB show, we used to call it, or I personally called it, a bloody stool. That's just because of what it looked like to me. But so I'm going to just pull it out. You don't want to be directly in front of it or behind it. As it reaches 75%, 50% health, it will put out like a little damage emitters in front and behind. So you just really want to be 9 o'clock. What a lot of people will do is actually end up using like put land in front and of it, and then just try to kill it real quick. You don't really have to do that. I mean, it's cool if you can, and it's not a problem for you, but you see, I took care of it pretty easily. Here we have another one of these throwers, right? So I'm going to try to get it real quick. I just got to kind of keep it moving. So I don't want to be next to it when it, I don't want to be in any of that fire. Fire's bad. This guy right here, again, you just don't want to get in range of it. It's got short range. It can be outranged fairly easily. I try not to get too many volleys in the air more than I have to because, you know, extra volleys tend to retarget, and if you kill that building, then you got flying mortars all over the place. Bam. Now we got to kite some drones again. We do got a lot more space this way. The scout, you can see, is healing him, which sucks, but, you know, that's what scouts do. Oh, we got another drone. I'm glad I saw him. Oh, my goodness. All right, I got all the way to the edge of the map. That sucked. Hector for life, what's up? Yeah, they're pretty much giving it away. Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I actually had not claimed the Chameleon yet, believe it or not. It's just one of those things that I just couldn't be bothered. I got so sick of the raid that 2 months in a row they offered the Chameleon, and I hadn't claimed it either time. Bam. What's that? Let's go over and activate these drones. Uh-oh, got too close. Yep, there we go. Scouts are okay, though. Well, most of the scouts. Sometimes you'll see one of these targets, and they'll have a scout that'll act just like a drone. Gotta watch out for those. Skyfires were fun. I bet they were, man. I love Skyfires. The Chameleon is considered a generalist hull, Crowlath, and it is good for something, I'm sure. It's not necessary. It's the generalist is not a specialist. Okay, so that's basically what it boils down to. The generalist is not a specialist. And all right, now I got to be careful here. Let me see here. Let me drive around. I got to kill this last scatter gun. Yeah, that's the funnest thing about drone or the UAVs is the chaining. I love that. All right. I don't remember if you have to kill this one. I believe this is the one you got to kill. All right, now none of them came towards me, so it looks like I got to kill them both here anyway. It used to you didn't have to kill that building. You just kind of got to watch out for the flying debris there. All right, so that's the first one. So that gave me the Chameleon. The Chameleon, compared to the Zelos, is not as good, but it has a CIC slot. So all of the siege, the CIC slot, what they're doing with the journalist hulls is they have a way of modifying. With the Zelos, they did it with flagships and weapons, but with the Chameleon, they're going to have the CIC, which is that will make the Chameleon either a siege or an assault or a skirmish hull, that kind of thing. Or garrison. So that's what they're doing. That's what a generalist hull is. for those that don't know. All right, so next as this one, the Path to the Chameleon. So this one right here, I'm going to need, oh no, I'm going to need my subs. And I docked my subs. That blows. I docked them. Yeah, so I can't launch them. Well, guess I'm not doing that. Not tonight anyway. Not tonight. Do you think the hunters can do that one? Yeah, the Zelos was a beast. The Zelos was a really good escalation for the Punisher. So I think Crowley, I used to play when we had the Punisher was the current haul, and the Punisher was really, really good for a really long time. But yeah, so the Zelos is actually a really good escalation for the Punisher. It kind of took the place. It's really good at a lot of things. It's really good. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. It is so it is a co-op. That means Aussie can do it for me. Let's see if I got what kind of flagship. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. I just put one in there. Cool. Yeah, man, I'll let you do it for me. That's cool. So I just take this guy and I'll park him in the corner. Just come in anytime you want, Aussie. This is my Phantom Tiger Shark. So I think what I'll do is I'll take him and I'll park him down here. I know a lot of times, boy, look at them fast buggers he's got. Man, his is like super fast. I didn't realize how slow mine was. The thing that you want to look for, to make sure that you are getting the credit is this green skull. You see the green skull right underneath your profile picture? That just means that you're going to be getting target credit for the completion. That's what that means. Generally, only one person will get that. Man, this is like the slowest slub ever. Thank you, Aussie, for your help, bud. There's a lot of capable people in this game. If somebody offers you help and you know they're capable, let them do it. It's just let them. Sometimes people appreciate that you let them, you know, give you a hand. Something that I don't know if I should tell you or not. I'll tell you anyway. A lot of you guys probably already know, but another cool thing is when you're in a co-op with somebody, you can click on their ships and you can see what their build is. Well, you won't see their build, but you can see what weapons they have on there. So I can tell that the Fangtooth number 5 that I just clicked on has 8 Nightmares and 2 Deliriums. You can't tell the specials or armor, but you can see what weapons they've got loaded. Def Bomb Bomb, what's going on, buddy? Hector for life or HCT for life. I don't know if it's Hector. I apologize if I made an assumption there. HCT for life. If you actually have to type Fangtooth, well, if you wanted the build, but I think you might have just been replying to me back a few minutes ago. I was like, uh-oh. For a second, I got a little worried there for a second. I'll take him down there and put him in the corner. This Phantom Tiger Shark has got two Cobra Scatter guns and 6 delusion missiles on it. It was a really nice boat back in the day. Way back. Type Fangtooth. If you type Fangtooth in the chat, and it works for most holes, not all, but most. The PvE holes, anyway. Probably not quite so much the Conqueror ones, the PvP ones. I try to keep that kind of stuff a little bit closer to the vest. I go to my Alliance for some of that stuff these days. And obviously Alliance secrets I don't want getting out, so I don't tend to share a lot of those anymore. The new bounty hole nerfs the EX2 right away, does it? Has it just got like super duper high penetrative deflection, I take it, Death Bomb? Wow, 1.4 million deflection? No freaking way. That's crazy. Uh, 1.68 million? Thank you, Aussie. Appreciate it, buddy. All right, so that gave me a 3-day Chameleon build token and some VXP for the Chameleon. All right. Next is Siege. So, let me see. Should be Siege next. This one's going to come with 7 1-days and some more Chameleon VXP, and plus the Voyager CIC. The Voyager CIC, let me see. That nerfs all of your damage for all 6 damage types. Well, that kind of blows, right? Defense gets a buff for everything, 10%. And then Expedition Payout bonus, 15%. So, I guess I know what this is for. This is for, they're trying to push expeditions. Yeah, I know I have not tried expeditions yet at all. So I don't know if anybody else has done it and what you think of it. But I've not attempted it at all. All right, let's see where my memory's at. I'm at 2.8 gigs. Holy crap-a-lappa. Alright, so next is Siege. I think, did I activate it already? I did. Track base mining. All right, now do I need? I probably need a modern, right? Should I go in there with my bucks, or should I use my my Hydra Siege cruisers? I go in there with Hydra Siege cruisers. You lose a fleet for a week. Well, you can always recall it back, right? You can bring it back. All right, so this is the price pack 3 for Path of the Chameleon. And let's go ahead and hit it up and see what we got. All right, let's check out the map real quick. So, just so you know what all the different types of turrets are. All right, so we get all these little UAVs out here flying around. They got their little landing pads. They're dropping emitters. All right, you got different kinds of emitters. These ones with the big red circles, these ones right here actually do damage to you. The Hydra Siege Cruiser is the only one that can really outrange that. Buccaneers Boon kind of has to go into the range. You see we've got 2 of these already. This particular one right here, you see it's got like the little sun rays or whatever emitter on there. That one there actually buffs the damage of the turrets that it's next to. If you see, when I mouse over it, you can see which turrets it buffs. So it buffs everything on this platform right here. I think this is really weird, but it looks like it buffs everything down here too. You see how everything down there changes color? This particular emitter right here is a defense emitter. So this ups the defense of these turrets. And you can see what this here activates as well. So when I mouse over that emitter, it not only does it show up over here, but it also shows up all the way over here on the left. How weird is that? And these effects all stack as well. They do stack. So you don't want to get into a situation where you're in the range of a whole bunch of these damage emitters. If you can help it, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. And then as far as the different turrets, this one right here that looks like a short range ballistic turret. That one there actually shoots out, looks like flames, and they will like smash you quick. You want to outrange that. You can outrange that one. This particular turret right here shoots like a heat-seeking missile, and it does leave fire on the ground. So it's like when it hits you, you can counter it with phalanx, but if it hits you, it will leave fire on the water, and that will also do damage to you. So you don't want to sit still if it actually manages to get past your countermeasures. This bottom one right here is actually shoots out like a whole bunch of missiles at once, like kind of like a scatter gun, and that can be outran. That can be outrun fairly easily, and it can be countered with sprint countermeasures. Sprint countermeasures can counter that one, okay, but not the phalanx. This other one right here is a long-range ballistic turret, and so this is probably the one that you. This is probably the one that's going to hurt you the most, quite honestly. You generally want to have a Gravedigger UK. Thank you for the follow, bud. Let's see how you do on the little Plinko Cup. Oh man, just barely missed. All right, but anyway, the long-range ballistic turret right here. Generally, I think if you have a higher ballistic defense on your ships, the happier you'll be. I think I'm on my my other ships, my other siege ships. I'm actually going to do like 3 of the ballistic charged armors and then 1 radioactive. That's what the plan is. But anyway, the damage emitters right here, these can actually be outranged with the Hydra Siege Cruiser. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. And let's go ahead and start clearing these. Now, I know there are some targets that actually have like a lab that has an exclamation point on it. So these Legion targets, and and those actually, I think they debuff your ship. I don't know exactly what it is that they do to you, but they debuff your ship, and you can kill those right away if you can get to them. That's what I'd recommend, is killing them right away. All right, let's see how we go. My biggest problem with this particular target right here is that it drives me crazy. Oops, sorry. I don't remember what I was going to say. All right, let's see here. All right, so that one's gone. I don't remember what I was going to say. Something about it drives me crazy. Now, I know this is actually a part of another target where the intelligence lab's right around here somewhere. You can reach this launch pad right here. That's the only way to kill these. The only way to kill these things is to either kill their landing pad or hit them with some splash damage. You can't shoot them directly. A lot of these buildings are in here really just to distract your fire. If you have the other ship, the Buccaneer, it has a random launch override type feature that you know, it's basically a particle blast, and that particle blast, it'll you know, all those little buildings, they're set there to try to draw out that particle blast before you actually get to the turrets. They kind of suck. Yep, parked on fire, parked on fire. Bad, bad, bad. All right, there's a lot of these fields out here in there. I noticed my charge is actually low on my ship, so I'm going to go ahead and retreat and come back in. I believe that's all ballistic that's gone too. If I'm not mistaken, it's the yellow is radioactive. Oh, there is no retreat button. Holy freaking crap. Never mind. Just going to go ahead and work it out. No retreat. Dang it, Kixai. Now, I do have a build idea that I have in here. If you type Hydra in the chat, you can get the build that I'm going with on this particular hull. Just Hydra is the only word you need to type. And basically what I have is, what the initial plan is 4 regular Hydra siege cruisers with, they have the siege, there's a siege CIC that goes with them. And then I have the flagship, which is called the Blood Hydra. And I put a Mercy CIC on that one. The Blood Hydra has a lot of armor points, a lot more. And because it has so many more, it can actually, it repairs a lot faster. Because it actually has the same repair duration as the regular Hydra siege cruiser. And it has the same repair time, but because it has a lot more armor points, it actually recovers faster. That's how that works out. And, but anyway, so I put the Mercy on my Blood Hydra for that reason. And usually when I'm repairing, like during a raid or whatever, the Blood Hydra is the only one that I'll repair, and then I'll go out and hit a cargo, and I'll let it repair all the other ships. You got to have them zombied, but you know, it's good. You see how it keeps healing the other ships? It won't let the other ships get below 75%. Of course, when it runs out of health, it can't fix it anymore, right? But as long as it has health to share with the other ships, it will keep them at 75%. So that's that one. Oh, don't want to park on fire. All right. Hey, good night, Rec. Sure, I missed you already. Hey, Soul Hex, how you doing, buddy? All right. All right, so 2 hours worth of damage. I mean, that's not horrible, right? These ones right here, like I said, they don't have the same health, huh? So one of them is a little higher than the other one. The other one of them might actually be over 75% health, but the Blood Hydra, like I said, I put the a Mercy CIC on it, so it'll share armor points. You see this one here has 114,000 armor points, where the regular one has 19,500. So and if you look at the repair time right there under miscellaneous, this one right here is 4 hours, 4 hours 12 minutes 30 seconds. The Blood Hydra is also 4 hours 12 minutes 30 seconds. So that just means the Blood Hydra can recover armor points a whole lot faster. So if ever you're trying to get your fleet back on the water quick, just repair your flagship, your Blood Hydra, assuming it's got the Mercy CIC on it, and you can use it to heal your other ships. Basically, if you just take it, you have all your other ships zombied. If you go out and try to hit a cargo, which those are always available, you know, you can actually just drive around until the plus signs quit popping up on the screen. When they quit popping up, you know, they're healed at least up to 75%. So mine are apparently at least 75%.